seems each time we meet up, there is something going on in our conversation. There are words we both avoid.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Freaky Friday. Now let's get started with this tutorial. I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula BB Cream in conjunction with the Body Crop highlighter. I had gotten this in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, and I'm actually just mixing the two together to make that luminous glow, kind of like, a wet look. So I'm going to use a beauty blender and just kind of put that all over as my foundation.
Cloud of smoke protects us, covers silence, hides the stare.
I'm adding a little bit more of the highlighter and putting it on top of my foundation. I just want to look as glowy as possible. Now I'm going to be using the So Susan highlighter from a BoxyCharm, and actually just highlighting the points that I want to, under my eyes, cheekbones, forehead. I just want to look really glowy. So I'm just patting it in with my fingers. And then I'm going to powder with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder very lightly. Since I really don't have any other kind of powders, I'm just doing this very lightly. Now I'm so excited to break out this bad boy. This is the Mi Vida Loca from Kat Von D, and I'm taking the shade Hyper Ballad. And Hyper Ballad I'm going to be using as a contour shade because I do want like scales on my cheekbones. That's usually how I draw my mermaids. They have like scales on their cheekbones and then on their foreheads. So I'm just going to kind of carve out where I want those scales to go.
Why do I get these feelings? Not sure if they're going to love.
And see, I'm going to be doing my forehead now, but I did not like using this e.l.f. Concealer blending brush for that. It worked great in my for a contour, so I'm just using a flat paddle brush to kind of carve out the shape that I want. I think this was a pretty good way to do it. I just wanted to do what I usually do in my paintings, and that's pretty much how I do most of my mermaids, is have like little points where their scales are, and then kind of bring it into the skin tone. So I'm just filling it in right now, making sure everything is nice and blended.
And I'm feeling shallow in my safe and subtle vibe, waiting for someone else.
So now I'm taking this Fergie from Wet n Wild eyeliner, and you can use any kind of eyeliner you want, any color, because right now I'm kind of doing a teal rose gold type mermaid. So you can use a coral color, a red color, a purple color, anything you want, any kind of liner, even a lip liner if you want, and just draw out the scales where you carved out the contour. And as you get closer to the center of the face, you might want to just go a little light-handed on the actual pencil itself, so it kind of fades into your skin and doesn't look, too stark in the center of your face. So it looks more organic. Now I'm going to take the shade Mermaid from NYX Cosmetics Prismatic Shadows, and I'm just going over the eyeliner to set it, and it actually made a nice metallic glow to it. So if you don't see it on the side of my cheeks, but you'll see it on my forehead. So I'm just taking Mermaid and actually going around where I had done the contour, so it looks a little bit more greenish in the area. So I'm going to take this shade Noble in the Mi Vida Loca palette, and I'm going to go in my crease back and forth to kind of have a transition shade for the rest of the eye look. Now I'm taking this Pixel liner that I got a long time ago at Ulta, and I'm actually filling in my brows with it. It's like a metallic rosy gold pink, so you can use any, like I said, pick the colors you want to use for your mermaid and go with those colors, and use whatever eyeliners you have lying around, or even, some Halloween makeup. You can do whatever you want. So I'm just filling in the front part of my brows with that color. Then I'm going to take the blue metallic shade from the same pixel liners, and I'm going to fill the rest of my brow with that metallic blue. I liked it because it looked more teal in my brows, even though, I mean, I could use kind of like a white base to go on it, but I didn't want to put too much product on my eyebrows, so it actually came out pretty good. And now I'm going to go with this Moodstruck pigment from Unique Cosmetics. It's a sample size that my ex-coworker gave me back when I lived in New Mexico, and I'm just kind of going over top the pink area, and this is the shade, I believe it's called Princess. I'm not sure. I will link that down below. Then I'm going to go in with the Sephora, gosh, what are these called? It's a Sephora single shadow. I believe it's called the Duochrome, or no, Double Reflect shadows, and this is in the shade Stormy Seas. And I'm going over that pixel liner that I put, and I'm kind of setting it with that shade. It darkens it a little bit more. So now I'm going back with Hyper Ballad, and I'm going to be going through the crease with that, and I'm going to be taking out a wing. So I'm going to be carving out a wing on the top where my crease is, so that I can kind of create a dramatic look. You'll see it when it's done. It'll make a little bit more sense.
Secret desire for the past.
Then I'm going back in with Mermaid from NYX, and I'm going over top to kind of blend out Hyper Ballad and add that sheer. Can you see the shine on my forehead? I set it with that same shadow, and it looks really cool. And now I'm taking a clean blending brush and blending everything out, making sure it's nice and soft. Now I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is Synth. And Synth, I'm going to be going over top Hyper Ballad and also bringing it down on the sides of my nose to create that kind of like whimsical, I guess, look, more fantasy look than anything. So I'm just kind of taking it down to make it more fantasy mermaid type. I like the way it came out. And now I'm just blending the edges out with a clean blending brush. Alright, so now I'm going to take this really pretty like pink lilac shade, and this is Love from the same palette, and I'm going over my lids, but I didn't feel like it had that color that I wanted, so I ended up going with ColourPop Sequin and actually taking my finger and pressing that onto my lid to make it more of a rose gold shade. So I love the way Love came out on my lid, but it needed more pop, so I put Sequin instead over top. So if you want to put Love, that's fine. You can stop there. You can do whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to be taking Jessie's Girl. This is the Little Pigments, a Pure Pigment Eye Dusk in Kiwi Rose, and I'm actually putting it as a highlighter because you want those green tones in there as a mermaid. I mean, you're not going to go with flesh tones, so this is, I'm just highlighting all the areas I usually highlight, especially my Cupid's bow, and just kind of making that ethereal look to it. Now I'm going to take my MARC colored mascara, and this is an electric blue, and I'm just going on my lashes with this. And then I decided to take Jessie's Girl Pure Pigment in Kiwi Rose and actually put it on my bottom lashes to make that same kind of glowy, ethereal fantasy look. So I'm taking that pixel liner again, and I'm actually putting it on my lips and lining for my lipstick. Then I'm going to take this lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is, I believe it's, I will link this information down below because I can't remember, but this is, oh, it's Dark Pink Frost. Okay, so now I'm taking the Mermaid shade again from NYX Cosmetics and putting that on the center of my lips over top the lipstick so that I can have, you know, that glowy, same kind of green glowy tinge to it, because I wanted the teals and the pinks to really, really pop, so, and go together. So I think this came out really good. I like the way it looked with that frosty pink lipstick. Now for the finishing touches, I'm going to actually add this Urban Decay highlighter in Aura, and I'm putting it on my neck. And I mean, I could take the shades that I had done on my face down to my neck, but I really didn't have time to do this. You can do that on your own if you want, but I'm kind of highlighting my collarbone. Excuse my shirt, it does not look good with my big boobs, so excuse the shirt. It's actually a skirt worn as a shirt, and you'll see a disclaimer in just a second. And then I'm going to take the NYX Prismatic Shadow and kind of go over it. It didn't really show on camera, but it showed really well in real life. Now I'm going to go and wet my hair more, and I'm using this Gorge leave-in conditioner I got in a BoxyCharm, and I'm just going over my hair, brushing it out, slicking it back because I want it to look really wet. And I'm going to take this sample I got in my BoxyCharm last month, and it's the Kardashian Beauty. I like the oil. It's like a seed oil or something. I like it. Now I'm taking Aura, and I'm actually going to go through my hair with this color to kind of make it more fantasy-like, you know, kind of putting the pinks into my hair a little bit more to make it look, I don't want to look like a human, I want to look like a mermaid, so that's what I'm doing. Now adding on some seashells that my parents had got me from Hawaii a long time ago. And then this beautiful piece I had found at Forever 21 in the summertime. It's just a headpiece, and I just think it's so pretty. I love this headpiece. And just slicking back my hair. And that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed these Freaky Fridays. I have another one in store for you. I've got 2 more. So please subscribe and like this video. Please comment on what other looks you'd like to see next year so I can start planning ahead. And I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I had so much fun with this. This has just been so great. This is my dream. I love doing makeup. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope this inspires you to do a makeup look like this for Halloween. I'll see you guys later. Bye.